Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, friends. Good news. It's time to travel down those mysterious roads once again as we watch The Twilight Zone Season 1, Episode 5, Walking Distance. Nothing to it but to do it, friends. If you could do me a quick favor though and hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel and it allows me to alert you next time it's time for a little Twilight Zone or any of our sci-fi fare. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But my dear friends, all that is then and this is now, and now it's time once again to journey into the Twilight Zone, specifically Season 1, Episode 5, Walking Distance. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction, and away we go! I have been loving these. I think One for the Angels is still my favorite of the four I've seen.
This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the Twilight Zone. I'm so excited for these because I never know what we're gonna get. Boy, oh boy, it's gonna be a fun, clean car. It's like got an inch of dust and dirt in it now. Yeah, bud.
This is not just a Sunday drive for Martin Sloan. He perhaps doesn't know it at the time, but it's an exodus. He's looking for sanity. And somewhere up the road, he'll find something else.
Insanity? Chaos?
Oil change and lube job. That what you want?
Yeah.
Take about an hour.
It's all right. I'm in no hurry.
Really? You seem to be in a pretty big hurry before.
I've been back in 25 years. 25 years. Yesterday, I just got in the car and drove. I had to get out of New York City.
Why?
That's walking distance, isn't it?
Yeah, about a mile and a half.
Yeah, that's walking distance.
Shot stuck with him. I like that. Where is everybody? Nothing like a leisurely stroll while smoking. Don't want to inadvertently get some cardiovascular exercise.
I spent half my life in this drugstore. Grew up here. One thing I always remember ordering was a chocolate soda with 3 scoops. And it was only a dime. You look familiar to me. Have I seen you before?
But not, you don't look familiar to him.
Grammar school right through 3rd year high. Town looks the same, too.
He doesn't ask you your name.
That'll be a dime.
A dime? 3 scoops?
That's the way we make them.
Well, you're gonna lose your shirt that way. Nobody sells sodas for a dime anymore.
They don't?
I think that's soda.
Taste okay?
Wonderful.
Yeah, he's enjoying it, and we're enjoying it with him. Right up against it.
Just as if I'd been away overnight. I almost expect Mr. Wilson to be in the stockroom sleeping just like he always did before he died.
Mr. Wilson's gonna walk out. He went back in time.
That's a buck.
Yeah. It was worth it. Well, so long.
Mr. Wilson will come out. They gotta stick with this and... They're gonna stick with this shot. Yep.
Mr. Wilson.
Yep, Charlie.
We're going to need some more chocolate syrup, Mr. Wilson.
Get back to your nap, Mr. Wilson.
Dr. Bradbury.
He's gonna run into himself.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Is that Ron Howard?
Clear kind that you could see through. We called those clearies. You still give them special names?
Sure.
I think that is Ron Howard.
Right across the street. I used to live there.
The Sloan House.
You still call it that?
Still call it what?
The Sloan House.
Huh?
You're not Marty Sloan. I know Marty Sloan, and you're not him.
Oh, I'm not, huh? Well, let's just see what the old driver's license says, huh?
I mean, you're trying to prove your identity to like a 4-year-old.
That's the boy. Come on, right
Bobby,
here.
what am I ever gonna do with you?
Oh, it's so wonderful, isn't it?
Stop climbing trees, Bobby. Damn you.
Nothing quite as good ever. Nothing quite as good as summer, being a kid. I played baseball in that field over there. That merry-go-round. Oh, my goodness. I grew up with that merry-go-round. I carved my name on that post in the bandstand one summer. I was 11 years old. I carved my...
Holy shit. So why did this happen to him, I wonder? And why did he run out of New York? Said he was looking for sanity, but he'd find something else.
You're Martin Sloan?
Yes, sir. But I didn't mean nothing honest. I'm not the first.
You are Martin Sloan. Of course you are. That's the way I looked.
There's a strange man chasing a boy. Can he leave, I wonder? Or does he want to?
Yes? Who do you want to see?
Pop.
Who is it, Robert?
Mom,
Wow.
how can you be here?
What do you want, young man?
Mom, don't you know me?
God.
I grew up here, Mom. Don't you know your own son?
You could have probably handled that a little bit better, Marty. And the cops are likely on their way.
First brand new car I've ever owned. This? Brand new?
First of its kind in the whole town. Right out of Detroit yesterday morning.
Wow.
Right out of Detroit. Brand new.
Dude, you just saw yourself. You saw your parents. The car's the thing that throws you. The resolution of this one is what I'm most curious about here. It might tell us a lot about our protagonist.
A resolve can come just as clearly and inexorably as stars in a summer night. Martin Sloan is now back in time.
Fantastic. Rod Serling's narration is so good. I wonder if anybody else is here. Like, did anybody else from the future come back? What you doing?
This is my glove. You gave it to me on my 11th birthday. And the baseball autographed by Lou Gehrig.
Who are you? What do you want here?
I don't know. I just want to rest. I want to stop running.
But if you hang around here, there may be trouble.
Robert? Who were you talking to?
Mom!
Jesus, dude, this is...
You've got to believe me. Look. Here's my identification. All my cards. They'll tell you who I am. Look at them. Go on, they'll tell you. Go on, look at them!
Yeah, dude, this is not working, man. This is a terrible approach to this. You know enough that you could probably have convinced them to at least continue to listen, you know?
Martin, I've got to talk to you. Martin.
But again, this is like a descent into madness type of thing. I think we're looking at. I wonder if you can like affect change. Like if as a boy, like he would get cut or something, would he have the scar like appear? He surely liked that merry-go-round. Yeah, he was right about that.
Martin!
He's gonna get arrested.
I don't want to hurt you, son.
Why would you even say that? Old Martin has no kids. I can guarantee you that. I thought that we would have a cut or something. Now we get to see. I don't know what this is, but. Whoo.
I only wanted to tell you that this is a wonderful time of life for you. Don't let any of it go by without enjoying it.
Oh, look at that. It's like a theatrical exit with him and Spot.
I only wanted to tell you that this is the wonderful time for you. Now, here. That's all, Martin.
Then why did you chase him like a lunatic?
God help me.
Yeah.
It seems you are Martin Sloan. You're 36 years old and you have an apartment in New York City. It says your driver's license expires in 1960.
Ruh-roh.
A long way and a long time. But I don't understand how or why.
He doesn't either.
But you do know other things, don't you, Martin? Things that will happen.
Oh, don't ask him stuff like this.
You have to leave here. There's no room. There's no place. Do you understand that?
I see that now, but I don't understand. Why not?
Maybe there's only one summer to every customer.
Oh.
That little boy, the one I know, the one who belongs here, this is his summer, just as it was yours once.
Wow, that was a really good sequence.
Maybe when you go back, Martin, you'll find that there are merry-go-rounds and band concerts where you are. Maybe you haven't been looking in the right place. You've been looking behind you, Martin. Try looking ahead.
Some good advice.
Goodbye, son.
Goodbye, Pop.
Merry-go-round starts up again. Yeah, you're back.
Hi.
Now Charlie's gone.
Vanilla?
Oh, I've changed my mind about the soda, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure thing, Marty. Act weird now.
These stools weren't made for bum legs, are they?
Hey, you get that during the war?
The freak thing.
Oh, merry-go-round. Hey, I remember. They tore that down a few years ago.
Oh, man.
Successful in most things, but not in the one effort that all men try at some time in their lives, trying to go home again.
Wow.
And perhaps across his mind there'll flit a little errant wish that a man might not have to become old, never outgrow the parks and the merry-go-rounds of his youth. Some laughing ghosts that cross a man's mind, that are a part of the Twilight Zone.
Good. Oh, alrighty, everybody. We just finished watching The Twilight Zone, Season 1, Episode 5, Walking Distance. And the only thing left to do is talk about it. All right, everybody, we just finished watching Walking Distance, the 5th episode of the 1st season of The Twilight Zone. This one was a little, I mean, again, I never like to yuck anybody's yum, you know, or anything like that. For me, this one was a little bit weaker than our other offerings we've had so far. It had a good premise. It had a cool setup and everything. I think I had a little bit of, my biggest hang up was I sort of got in my own head about why Martin was even there. Like, it seemed initially like happenstance and that he was sort of like against going to his hometown, you know? He was like, oh, is that what like he was debating whether or not he was going to go into Homewood. You know, when he was having that conversation with the gas attendant, it almost seemed like he just somehow arrived here and he just realized he was near his home. And then there was a debate about whether or not he would go back and do it. But at the end, it was like, I had to see home again. I had to get back home. And that didn't mesh for me very well. And I think that the pacing of this one was a little bit off too. Again, I don't know. I'm not casting blame or anything like that, because, you know, when I say it's a weaker offering of the 5 episodes I've seen of The Twilight Zone, it's comparisons to The Twilight Zone, which we thought we've had some incredible episodes so far. So, I mean, it's in rarefied air as far as the company and the competition it's facing. So take that with a grain of salt. By no means did I dislike the episode. I'm just in comparison. But it was those pacing issues and the sort of the need for the adult Martin actor to act like with these moments of like utter mania, where if he had just kind of kept himself together a little bit, he probably could have conveyed the intent that he needed to do. Like, you know, and again, I understand being like, oh my God, I'm in the past, and, you know, and not being able to control yourself. I understand that. I mean, I'm not saying that, you know, he should have accepted time travel and handled it in a more, you know, patient manner. No, I get it. But the way that he continued to carry that was very odd to me. And I think the best way to say this is, you could have had those type of line deliveries, like where he's chasing his younger self, Martin, wait, rah, if you had some type of additional kind of input from the actor, like where he's just struggling with the ability to even grasp the reality that he's in, you know, and kind of destabilize him a bit, because he'd go from these moments of just like kind of, you know, kicking around and walking down the street, checking out things, that seeing his parents, and then kind of, being antagonistic and being just downright weird sometimes. And a couple of the things too, time travel is a very difficult genre to kind of do effectively, and you can't reveal too much. And I know the Twilight Zone is obviously it's a show housed in mystery. They can't give you away everything. They can't have Rod narrate everything. So you need to be able to maintain that kind of suspense throughout the entirety of the episode. But I think one of my biggest problems with it was like at the very beginning, like when he gets to Homewood and he immediately walks into the soda shop and he goes down and he says, "Oh, I'll take 3 scoops," but back then it was only a dime. And, Charlie's behind the counter, and Charlie didn't ask any questions. Like, he goes, "Oh, I grew up in this town." Like, Charlie, being somebody that is in like a public figure like that, would be like, "Oh, really? What's your name?" "Oh, Martin Sloan." "Are you, related to the Sloans over there?" Again, time travel is difficult though, right? So you had to basically make Charlie, who probably in all likelihood would have been very conversational with everybody. One, the soda place is empty, so there's no other banter that can go around to kind of reinforce Charlie's position, as it being in 1934. And the other thing is, like, as soon as he said, "I remember when old Mr. Wilson used to sleep back there in his comfortable chair before he died," Charlie should have said, "Died? Mr. Wilson's back there right now. I can go get him for you." And it's those things that I think it's an interesting kind of, I'm not sure, again, if it was a writing problem. To me, it felt more like a pacing problem. Like they were just trying to get through certain exposition without having any type of rebuttal from an atmospheric character like Charlie, just to maintain the audience's like suspense. And I just think that there could have been a more effective way to do that, but what the hell do I know? And I don't know, what do you all think? I just thought that it left itself sort of in the air a little bit, and immediately kind of took me out of it, because I'm questioning, like, why isn't he saying anything? Or why isn't, because I even said, "I bet you Mr. Wilson's in the back." And they go and Mr. Wilson's there. So why didn't Charlie say that? And that in and of itself is, to me, that starts sort of a chain reaction for the rest of the episode. And, adult Martin, as he gets like more manic and, throughout the course of the episode, upon his realizations of certain things, I believe that it could have been done. I mean, again, we talked about it. It works to a point, but, if his goal was to tell himself that, "Hey, live it up this summer," you didn't have to like hunt him down. You know what I mean? I understand the initial thing. "What do you mean you're Marty Sloan?" when he's carving into the stuff. I understand that not going well. If you meet your younger self, it shouldn't go well. You should be like, "Where the hell am I?" But again, if you were able to collect yourself like he did when he talked to his dad eventually, it's not like he couldn't get over these things. It's that he just, I don't know, they needed him to act like this to get, and like I said before it happened, not that I was like precogging anything, but I was curious to see if he got hurt, would this be reflective? What are the time travel rules? Are we doing Back to the Future rules? Are we doing like H.G. Wells rules? What are our time travel rules? And they did a good job of kind of, explaining that this was actually an event that occurred, that he remembered when he talked about it, after everything had happened in the new soda shop. So I don't know, it was just a little bit, pacing issues, a little disjointed, a little sort of like serendipitous that there weren't like cross questions that were asked to adult Martin. But all in all, I mean, it's another episode of the Twilight Zone, and again, it establishes a lot of things that probably set a precedent for a lot of, time travel elements, books, things that happened after it. I mean, this was 1959. So it was, in that respect, I like it as a trailblazer for the genre, or at least, an early offering of the genre. And again, I think that, it went first, so it's going to have a couple flaws, and I think that's what we saw. But other than that, again, a fantastic offering, a time travel episode within the first 5. I mean, come on. All right, friends, if you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel, and it allows me to alert you next time it's time to enter the Twilight Zone. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But But my dear friends, all that is then and this is now, and now it's time to say goodbye from the Twilight Zone. But we do things differently with this series. Normally, when we watch an episode, our reward, as being the Greek chorus, is to be able to say goodbye from somewhere inside the episode we just watched. But with the Twilight Zone, we're doing things a little differently. We're doing things as a result of watching the Twilight Zone. So my dear friends, this is where I will leave you, and it's a question that I certainly can't answer, but I certainly can ask. We are in the same position as Adult Martin. Some way, somehow, when we stop to get gas, stop to grab something to eat, along the road, we see someplace, whether it's our hometown or some element from our past, is just a mile and a half down that road, just walking distance. I ask you, my friends, after having seen this episode, do you walk the mile and a half, or do you stay put? Until such time as we can take another adventure in the Twilight Zone, my friends, Vulcan roll, and I'll see you.